Okay guys, in last lecture we have seen, in previous lecture we have seen how to design a black bolt and what are the design criteria, design aspect, and how to design get strength of this black bolt. So it is designed by considering its shearing strength, bearing strength, tensile tension failure of bolt, and tensile strength of plate, and due to combination of shearing and tension, combined shear and tension, we have seen in the section of design of black bolt. Okay, so for today we will discuss how to design the friction grip type bolt. So what are the friction grip type bolt? Whenever the load acting is very high, load acting is very high, we need a more number of fastener to adjust that load. Okay, so if we provide more number of fastener, larger number of fastener, we will have to use a large gusset plate or connecting plate. That will look very bad. Okay, so we use high strength friction grip bolt, that is HSFG bolt. Okay, it is of superior quality uh, than this type of bearing bolt. This is black bolt is also called bearing bolt. Okay, and HSFG are also called friction type, friction grip type bolt. Okay, so today we will see how to design HSFG bolt. Okay, so for SHFG bolt, we have to consider shear strength of HSFG bolt. We have to consider shear. So like in designing of bearing bolt, it is also VNSF is equal to mu F NE KH and F0. Okay, where VNSF is nominal shear force. Okay, and likewise mu F is coefficient of friction, it is slip factor, it is given in table 20 of ISC 800 2007, and it may be taken as 0.55. Okay, NE, NE is number of effective interface offering frictional resistance to slip. Okay, it is the interface which offer the frictional resistance to the slip. KH is KH. Okay, so KH is it is 1.0 for fastener in clearance hole, 0.85 for the fastener oversized and slotted hole, and it is 0.7 for fastener in long slotted hole. Okay, okay. Now gamma, sorry, F naught. F naught is minimum bolt tension. Okay, at installation, it may be taken as AN small f naught A and B F naught, where A and B is the net area of bolt at thread we have seen earlier, and of F naught is proof stress, it is 0.70 of FUB, it is ultimate tensile strength of bolt. Okay, now it is the nominal shear force. Okay, so design shear force means VDSF is equal to, it will be uh, the nominal shear force will be divided by partial safety factor, so it will be V and SF divided by gamma MB. Okay, for design shear force, where gamma MB is, sorry, gamma MF, it is gamma mf, where gamma mf, it has two value, one is 1.0 and second one is 1.25. Okay, so sorry, it is 1.1, here gamma mf is 1.1 not 1.0, and 1.1 and 1.25. 1.1, when the when the slip resistant or HSFG bolt is designed for ultimate load, the partial safety factor will be taken as 1.1, and whenever the friction grip bolt were designed for, it is for service load, it is for service load, and it is for ultimate load. Okay, so for service load it is taken as, for service load, for service load it is taken as 1.1, and for ultimate load it will be taken as 1.25. So it is quite similar as the design of black bolt. We have a formula over here and the terminology about it. So next one is, second one is HSFG bolt in bearing. Okay, so for V NPB means nominal bearing strength of bolt is equal to 2.5 kb into D into T into Fu. It is exact same as we have seen for bolt in bearing or for black bolt, where V and PB is nominal bearing strength of bolt, Fu is ultimate tensile stress, D is nominal dia of bolt, T is, it is the summation of thickness of connected plate experiencing bearing stress in same direction. Okay, so it is the summation of thickness of connected plate experiencing bearing stress in same direction. Okay, and we have also kb. We know kb is smaller of these four data: e by 3 d naught, p by 3 d naught, minus 0.25, fub by Fu and 1, where E is the indistance, P is the pitch of bolt. Okay, FUB is ultimate tensile strength of bolt. Okay, so further, next one is HSFG bolt in tension. Okay, so for tension it is TNF, design tensile strength of bolt, is equal to 0.9 FUB dot ANB, where it should not be less than, sorry, it should not be greater than FYB dot ASB gamma M1 by gamma M naught. Okay, where TNF is design tensile strength of bolt. Okay, here TNF is nominal tensile strength of bolt, FUB is ultimate tensile strength of bolt, and here Fu is ultimate tensile stress of plate. Don't confuse with both these. Okay, FUB and Fu, it is for plate and it is for bolt. A and B is net tensile area of bolt, means the contact surface. ASB is net area, shank area of bolt, means the bolt which is at the grip length at the shank portion. FYB is yield stress of bolt. Gamma M0 is partial safety factor is equal to 1.1, and gamma N1 is partial safety factor is equal to 1.25. And likewise, then the design tensile force, design tensile force TDF. Okay, it will be nominal by nominal force by factor of safety. So no, we have nominal forces TNF by factor of safety is gamma MB, where gamma MB is 1.25. Okay, so that's the way how we design HSFG bolt in tension. Now next one, next one is bolt with combined shear and tension. When shear and tension both act simultaneously, then uh, IS code has specified that VSF by VSTF whole square plus TF by TSTF whole square should not be greater than 1.0, means it may be equal to 1 or it must have be less than 1.0. So VSF is applied shear force at service load, VDSF is design shear capacity. Okay, TF is externally applied tension at service load, and TDSF is design tension capacity. Means what is service load? Service load is the load which the structure experiencing at the current situation. Okay, so if any member has a strength of, let's suppose, 100 kilonewton, but in present scenario it is not experiencing a load of 100 situation but 100 kilonewton, but it may uh, get a load of 60 kilonewton. So this 60 kilonewton is service load. Okay, and design shear capacity and the design load is 100 kilonewton, for which this member is being designed, but at this scenario it is not getting this much load, but however is some fraction of this load. Okay, so it should always be less than VSF by VDSF, always be less than 1, and TF by TDSF it must be less than 1. So the whole system should be less than 1. However, this equation must satisfy for the combination of shear and tension, for the combination of both. Okay, now in the HSFG bolt, there is one additional force which the structure is experiencing, and that is prying force. It is prying force. Okay, so what is prying force? So it is the additional tension force arises due to the deformation of member structure at joints connection. Okay, so whenever there is deflection, where is deformation in structure or member, the joint, if there is deformation in this member, this joint must experience some additional force. Okay, so it is the additional tension force, it is additional tension force arises due to the deformation of member. So whenever there is this deformation or deviation is in the form of tension, it experiences a force which is called prime force. Okay, so by IS code, okay, prime force is given as Q is equal to LV by 2LE TE minus beta eta F0 BE to T to the power 4 27 LE LV square. Okay, so let's see what are these beta eta F naught. Since LV, we have this equation for prying force. Okay, so LV, it is the distance from the bolt center line to the toe of the fillet weld or the half root radius of roll section. So LY, okay, it is LY. So it is the distance from bolt center line, this distance is LY. Okay, now second one is LE, distance between prime force and the bolt center line in the minimum either of its end. Okay, so it is the center line of the bolt to the end, or the value here, this one, L is 1.1 T root over beta F naught by Fy. Okay, beta is 2. If it is pre-tensioned, then beta will be 2, and if it is not pre-tensioned, beta will be 2, and if it is pre-tensioned, beta will be 1. Eta is 1.5. be is the effective width of flange per pair of bolt. Okay, it is the effective width of flange. F naught is proof stress. T is thickness of end plate, whatever it is used. Okay, so this is the figure. It is taken. It is this figure is given in figure number 16 ISC 800 2007. Here in this figure, the tension is tensile force acting on it is 2 te. Let's suppose it is 2 te, then the bolt experiencing a tension of te and te due to deformation the q. Okay, this this is prime force. Q is acting on this bolt and this bolt in both of these. Okay, so it is due to deformation. There is certain increase in tension which is equal to q, and that is known as prime force. So that's all for today in this lecture. So stay safe, stay inside in this pandemic situation. God bless you. Namaskar.